best work he'd ever do. And look at it now.
They defaced it because they hated what it stood for.
They defaced a thing slaves like him lived and died for. Slaves they've already forgotten. Short-sighted bastards, the lot. If they thought their son set off this bridge, they'd jump after it. I thank you for honoring my wish.
I hope you can find peace.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, any more than the Carja do.
If we teach the Carja nothing else, steel to my soul, we'll teach them how to hold their liquor. Keep the wheel turning all day. By the forge, I believe I've earned the drink.
Here's what I don't get about the Sundown. All these fancy decorations everywhere.
Move along. You have no need to loiter around here.
An Oseram tries to kill the Sun King, and a Nora saves his life. I wouldn't believe it if I didn't.
The Oseram have gone too far this time. Dervahl should die for his plan.
The only justice Dervahl deserves is at the tip of a spear.
Oseram that tried to kill our Sun King? Traitor.
Watch out for the Oseram merchants. They'll as soon teach you as look at you.
Always stay bright, always stay alert. That's what I say.
There are no shadows under the noonday sun.
Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the rigid defenses and at the spire. Word was sent to every but don't be
I suppose all we can...
exact. So otherwise,
Please, not again.
The army can't get in here, right? They'd never make it across the...
Hey.
Last night, a few of us belted out an old drinking song.
A moment of your time, Outlander?
What did you want to talk about?
You were an Outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself. I admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower. It's made of metal, like a machine. Other blossoms grow around them, and if you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them.
These metal flowers. What are they exactly?
No one knows, but some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machine started to go mad. Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun, for he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next, perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his anger breaks. Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty. Till we meet again, my noble Nora. Everyone needs a splash of color in their lives.
I miss
Come,
Main Spring.
let's talk it over.
Charcoal smoke from a dozen forges. Well, they'd work.
able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends or family, but I'm not choosy. Can I interest you in a reasonable share of a lucrative opportunity?
If the army makes it into Meridian, we're doomed.
Excuse us. Ah, the machine rider graces us with her presence. You're Anora, are you not? A fighter from the Savage Lands.
The Sacred Land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Huh. Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me, is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Who leads the attack? I am him, and the Karja and Shadow. Ammunition and bandages, whatever you can find. Get them to the gates. Get to safety. The battle begins.
I'd shake your hand, but mine's been at the
Gather
forge.
By the sun, the enemy is coming, and soon.
I hope all these Outlanders can fight. We're going to need them.
By the sun, the enemy is coming, and soon.
No,
They say the Karja and Shadow have machines with
The main gate will
terrible
hold,
machines.
won't it?
Save the Sun King. But can you hunt machines?
I bet I've been hunting longer than you have. Are you a fledgling?
Not for long. I have a hawk who's about to sponsor me, so you're out of luck.
Typical savage. Barging in here without a thought, right after one of our own was killed. Go away.
An army at the ridge. Save yourselves.
Patrols can be so boring. I don't have the patience to walk in circles.
You're Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people. It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole... Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first, becomes the Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the Lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 sawtooths, 2 ravagers, and a stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me?
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
I've heard an army march is on the gates.
Who leads the attack? Is it Helis? Damn him. And the Karja in shadow.
I heard an army marches on the gate. Is it true?
Let's have a chat. No.
The main gate will hold.